mental and physical, then you're not going to improve or get accomplishment. So, the fact that he has some pain to it means the exercise is going pretty good.
Okay, now that is a very common misconception, and I'm so glad that you said that, because I want to clarify something for our listeners.
Keep going?
Have you done your 10? Perfect, okay.
Oh my God.
Now, after I explain this next exercise, which is partly flexibility, but once he gets better, we can add weight and it can turn into a strength and conditioning thing as well. It's called the windmill. It's not the easiest thing in the world. Basically, you're going to stand, your hips are going to be straight, your feet are going to be about hip width apart. That's like hip width. Oh, closer. A little closer.
I'm not known for my brains.
A little closer. Closer. There you go. Now, keep your hips straight, and what you're going to do is turn your toes to face the corner of the room. There. Good. Now, this leg, you're going to put all of your weight into it. Other side. So you're going to stick your butt out. Keep the leg straight. There. Good. Is all your weight in it?
On the left leg?
Yeah. Can you lift your right foot up like that? Okay. Stick your butt out. Pretend you're like a real mamacita and you want to get everybody to pay attention to you, Good. Now from here, that leg that has all your weight in it, keep that knee straight. Good. Sit into that. Keep the knee straight. This is so fun.
For you!
Getting him into position is great. Okay. So the straight legs got an arm on the same side. That's, for him, it's the left side. Put your left arm up to the sky. Good. All the way up straight. Now, you've got your right hand, and you can bend this right knee a little bit, but keep all your weight in your left leg. There. Put that arm down in front of you so that the palm is facing me. There. Now, what you're going to do from this position is you're going to slowly go down, and you're going to keep your back leg straight, and you're going to keep all your weight in the back leg so your butt sticks out even more. You're going to go, if you can go to the floor, then that's great. And then you can come back up. And you can do that 10 times. Make sure that arm stays up straight. The left arm is going to be up straight. 10. And make sure that you keep your weight in your left leg. I'm going to give you something to hold so that it doesn't fall. Do we have like a cup with water in it or something?
There's a baseball.
So that he can't spill it. That's the goal. Here. Keep that up. Don't let it fall. Straight arm. Look up at it so that you know it's straight up. There you go. Good. Count. So, Ari, going back to the no pain, no gain thing, a lot of people think that if they feel pain, it's working, but that's really dangerous because pain is your body's way of telling you to stop. You know, muscle soreness after a good workout is really good. That means that you worked. But if you're feeling pain and something hurts during the workout, that means that something is wrong. So, how did that feel?
Well, now it's starting to hit me. I'm starting to get tired. I apologize if I stink, because I feel like I'm like sweating buckets here. So my apologies to Israel Sports Radio if you have to open windows after this workout. You can hear that I'm starting to lose my breath. I don't know if that's normal at this stage in a workout. Probably not, which means I probably have a long way to go until I can say I'm, physically fit. But
he hasn't even done the other side yet.
I haven't even done the other side. But, I challenge anybody from the AFI, any of the players listening right now, to come on this show and do what I'm doing and see if you can make it without losing your breath like I'm doing right now.
Thank you so much for that. Okay, so let's get you into position to do the other side. Feet are going to be hip width apart. You're going to turn your toes now to the other direction. Keep your hips facing me. Good. Good. Weight all the way in the back leg. Straight leg that back leg. Can you go into your toes with your left foot? Just to show me that all your weight is, okay, good. Good. Straight arm. Excellent. Now, go down. Keep that arm, keep the heel down and keep the arm in front of your knee. And you're going to just go down like that. It's a great flexibility thing. You'll learn about muscles that you didn't really know that you had. You also feel it in your obliques, and I particularly enjoy this exercise. Yeah, so...
So when I'm looking at, in particular, his left thigh, looks like that's being worked out a lot.
Left thigh.
His left thigh, is that supposed to be like that, or...?
It's not really supposed to be.
Oh, I'm doing it wrong?
It's not that you're doing it wrong, you're getting
Do you see how it kind of shakes a little bit, like he's really working it?
It's a supportive thing. It's a supportive thing, and he is definitely working it. You know, anything that you do when you're standing and you have to support yourself is going to be challenging and going to be hard. What I'm actually going to ask from you, Ari, is if you can join him for a second, because I have a really fun activity that I would like you to participate in.
I was waiting for that. I thought that was a great idea.
Okay, so basically I have these two wonderful men, and they're accommodating me so well. I appreciate it. I would like each of you to please stand on your right foot, face each other. Stand on your right foot, and try to push each other down. Now, seriously, like
shots to the head or what?
Grab, you can arms with your hands and with your arms. Try to push each other down. Now this, keep going for a whole minute. This is a really good exercise. Yes, it is balance, but it is also what we call the core. You know, a lot of people say core, your stomach muscles and your torso muscles, whatever. When you've got force pushing against you, and you have to resist it in order to stay upright, that's great, guys, switch to the other side. When you have to resist it to stay upright, it really makes your muscles work. And after they do this activity, I'm going to ask them, you know, and they're really trying to push each other down. I'm going to ask them how it feels, and if they notice that there are muscles that they don't maybe engage every day on the regular. So it's also a fun activity. It makes people smile because it's more like a game than actually working out. Gentlemen, thank you. Josh has this huge grin on his face. Talk to me about that last
I want to take you on next.
Me?
I'm actually afraid you're going to beat me, so you know what? It's probably not a good idea.
I will if...
No, I think you'll take me. I don't know. This is being videotaped. Probably a bad idea.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, so Josh, you're huffing and puffing. Let's cool you down.
Okay.
All I'm going to ask you to do is a hamstring dynamic stretch, which is really good. Now that you're warmed up, you can stretch. Is with your legs straight and with your feet together. Your arms are going to come directly in front of you. You're going to bring them up to the sky, and then roll them down and reach for your toes. Go as low as you can go, and then come right back up. And go right back down.
And this is a cool down?
This is a cool down. This is what we call dynamic stretching, because you are stretching your muscles. I'm sure you can feel it in your hamstrings every time you go down. But because you're constantly in motion, it's a different type of stretch. It's not the static stretch where you just hold. That's actually what I'm going to have you do next. The next time you go down, go up, and the next time you go down, keep down at your toes. And I would like you to bend your right knee and keep the left leg straight. Such a cheater. and you'll really feel it. And generally, static stretches can be held up to 30 seconds to the point where it's slightly uncomfortable, but it should never hurt. What you can do now, Josh, is bend both legs and then straighten the other one. Good, and just feel that stretch in the backs of your legs. I really wonder how this affects him with that fused hamstring muscle. We'll ask him once he's finished. Okay, good. Now, if you can do the quadricep hip flexor, which is basically the butt kick, but again, dynamic. So you're gonna, ooh, I just kicked the chair.
See, this is where I have problems with the right leg. I can do the left leg.
What do you mean you have problems
I cannot
with the right leg?
physically kick my own butt with my right leg.
Why not?
Because of the knee surgeries.
Ah, because of the knee surgery.
Yeah.
So you have limited range of motion.
I have limited range of motion.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. Now, does it hurt, or does it just...
It just stops.
It stops.
I physically cannot, you know.
Okay, so then what we can do to sort of alleviate that is you can use your hand, which is what you were doing before. Now you'll just take one side and you'll stretch it, you'll hold it behind you. What you can do is try to tuck your hips under a little bit, keep your knees a little closer together, and that'll hit the muscle at a different angle. Do you feel it?
Help. If you can hear this anywhere in the world, call now. Help. What's the number?
The number here is 025634751 in Israel. In North America, it's 718-305-5305. And in the UK, new number 203-051-6221. Other side, Josh.
Call it now, please. Call the police.
Call
somebody.
We're going to finish cooling him down while we go to a commercial break. Stay tuned.